Hello, and welcome to, what's this called again? Hexen, Deathkings of the Dark Citadel. It's kind of a long title to remember. I keep wanting to say Death Knights. Anyway, part 2 of my very hard playthrough. Yes, last time, we made our way into the first hub, which is proving to be interesting so far. And I came across a bug with the game. Apparently the expansion has an issue where, I don't know, the developers didn't update the files to read the music for the new levels. Instead, the expansion sort of expects the music to be attached to the old levels in base Hexen. So you have to apply a patch, which is available on or linked to on the Doom wiki if you just search up Hexen, Deathkings of the Dark Citadel, and it's got instructions on how to install it. It's best to do so through DOSBox, is how I did it. Just putting the patch files into the Deathkings of the Dark Citadel folder, dragging the patch file, the patch executable onto DOSBox, and upping the cycles a bit so that it speeds up the installation process was enough for it to work. However, last time I was confused because I installed the patch and there was still no music. However, so I started playing music from YouTube to fill in the gap. However, when I finished, I sat and I listened and there was actually music in the level I was in. Turns out that if you apply the patch during a game in progress, or with a game in progress, it will not retroactively activate the music. Oh, we've had a disconnect problem. Okay, that resolved itself pretty quickly. Let's hope that's not a sign of things to come. Where was I? Yes, it will not retroactively activate the music for levels which you've already been into. So if you want music in levels you've passed, and you'll be going back to, such as Hexen is, you'll have to start a new game. Otherwise, they'll still have no music active in them. It'll just be silent, which is a shame. But anyway, we're now past that point. Though we may go back to a level where there is no music. I think the hub will have no music. But as far as I've read, all the music is exactly the same as in base Hexen. There's no new music for the expansion. So, anyway, we were here. Hexen Deathkings Part 1. And we were in this area, Sump. I'll just go save. Go Hexen Deathkings Part 2. And I will do F6. And that is quick saving on it. Good. And we can begin again. Now, for this part, again, it seems to be a theme for these levels. We are finding these fire masks or something they're called, and we're sticking them in these holes here. Basically keys, but more interesting than that, I suppose. And the last time we put one of them in and it opened up this passage down here, and that little bugger shot me. Oh, I'm standing on some too. These guys are nasty. They do a lot of damage in melee. And they're very fast at attacking. Like that. Stalkers. I still think they're like creature from the Black Lagoon. They're not too strong though. They don't have that much health, which is a plus. Okay. Thankfully I can actually stun them with my Sapphire Wand. There's a lot of them. Jeez, that was a lot. Not all of them. It better be all of them. Okay. Save. We're low on health, but well, there's some right there. Okay. Deal with some Afrits. As you can hear the music playing away in the background. Which is good. The game's just not the same without the atmospheric music. But these, I was actually trying to make use of these ball last time, having been reminded that they actually knock enemies back as well. They don't just knock the projectiles back, as I had thought initially. Oop. Hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I love how Doom gets ported to everything these days, but Heretic never got any console of, and Hexen only had ports for the Saturn, PlayStation, and the Nintendo 64. Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of surprised Heretic didn't, because that was more popular than Hexen from what I understand. Though, I did read up, and apparently Hexen got pretty good reviews when it came out. People were applauding it for its non-linear gameplay. I think it was at the time when people were a bit sick of all the, or a bit tired of all the linear first-person shooters which were coming out at the time. So Hexen mixing things up, pardon me, with a hub and non-linear level design was more interesting at that time. Since then, it's gotten a bit of a reputation for being convoluted, which it is a bit. Or kind of quite a bit, at least the early levels. I haven't actually looked at the ports for Hexen. I don't know, I think they might have different music. I'm not too sure. Doom 64 had different music. Very good music too. Very atmospheric. You had the Nintendo 64 version? Ooh. I didn't own many Nintendo 64 games. I'm afraid at the time I was a bit suspicious of games like Doom coming out on Nintendo 64, because I always assumed that they would be vastly inferior to the PC version. Such as, you know, the same assumption I had for StarCraft 64. I don't know. You know, you'd assume it was like a cash-in, which I suppose, cheap cash-in, which I suppose it was to a degree, but there was a lot more effort put into it than I thought, as I later found out. It had four-player split screen with co-op deathmatch. Would have been good usage of the Nintendo 64's ability to have multiple controls. So, it had all the levels. As I've learned later, it's rather impressive that the developers were able to port these games to the Nintendo 64, and as much as they did, along with like even like extra stuff. Come on. There we go. Okay. Save. Stop falling down holes. Stupid stalactites. I think the Nintendo 64 version had deathmatch maps made for it. I did read that the expansion for Hexen, this actually does add a few deathmatch levels to it. So I haven't looked at them. I think it's called like Transit or something like that. So we won't see that in my playthrough, but there is that. I'm afraid the whole multiplayer aspect of Doom, Hexen, and any of those others all passed me over, since I was a bit too young to play them when they came out. No. Really? More stalkers spawned. Right, what did I do that for? Stop running around. Did I get a key from that? No. I went through a portal. And what did that portal do? Did it open a door over here? Yes, it did. See? Sitting back and thinking a little helps so much. I should do it more often. There we go. Ow. Stop that. Oh look, it's moving walls. None of you better be another slaughter. Yeah, look at that, the lightning bolts just don't work too well when they're right next to a wall. Okay, there's one of the masks which I'm looking for. Just a normal centaur. Okay. We found one of the flame masks, as they're called. Ooh. Damn it. Oh! Let me back up. I want to get out of here. Thank you. Wait, is there anything up there? No, of course not. Ah. Come on. Thank you. Got like a cycle of different levels it goes through. Oh, and I'm glad that those walls don't just hurt me on contact. Ooh, boots of speed. I don't think I used those last time. Right. Did I open up the door on the other side as well? No. Where's the health potion? There, I think. Crystal vial. I do have this key. We'll go in here. I'm actually going to put this mask in the pillar. I'm positive it will actually stay in my inventory. But I'd rather not run around with it. And I'll try and do as much as I can in this level before I move off to another one. That way, you know, I won't forget that I'm halfway through something. Okay, stick it there. Boink. That should lower another one of these. Should, I say. Oh. There we go. Hey look, the water in here actually rose up a bit, I think. Oh. More stalkers. Ugh. Pretty easy for the mage to deal with, as long as you hit them as soon as they pop up. Because you can stun lock them. There's so many of them are down here though. I'm kind of surprised the base game didn't use them that much. They're certainly getting their usage out of them now. Okay, there's a portal. Oh, hello. That's unpleasant to see when you go around the corner. There's another one. And another one. Oh, I have to kill them to lower the walls? That's interesting. Hey, that Afrit's helping me. Thanks, buddy. the end smacking it with its ace. Okay, there we go. Well, I like that. Ugh, I don't like that. Get double kill, triple kill, multi kill, mega kill, ultra kill, monster kill, kill. Unreal Tournament. I've actually been looking to buy Unreal Tournament and GOG and 2004 because I have a bunch of stuff for it which I'd like to go through at some point. I do actually own Unreal Tournament 99 or 98, 99, but I don't know where my CD is. Such a shame. That's some great mods for it though. You had like 5 copies once. It's a good game. I don't see that as being too much of a problem. I never really played it online though. Not with my modem. Not with 56k dial-up. I suppose you could do that, but... not really at the time when I was playing it. Mostly I played against bots. I got pretty good at sniping them out of the air with the shock rifle. It's like Brood War. I probably have 3 to 4 copies of it. I do have Brood War and StarCraft. I only have 1 copy of each, however. And I have... what's it called? Wings of Liberty? Or StarCraft 2? And I've since gained access to the... Art of the Swarm, is it? The second expansion for StarCraft 2, but I haven't played it. I don't know. Kind of enjoyed StarCraft 2. The focus on multiplayer put me off a bit. And the time between releases made me sort of forget about the plot, so... The big green-brown Chaos Serpents remind me of giant demons from Dune. You mean the Pinkies? Yeah, they do kind of look like that. Their heads are so big, that's like disproportionate to the rest of their body. They're the serpents, the titular serpents of the, you know, Heretic serpents of the, what's it called? Shadow of the Serpent Riders. That we keep kicking their ass, so they're not that impressive, really. The Sparrow rode one, and he was actually easier to kill when he was on one than he was when we killed it and got off it. The complete disregard of the lore made me not want to play the second game. There were things in the lore which I... there was things in the story for StarCraft 2 which I disliked. Blizzard's propensity for making villains into sort of sympathetic sort of anti-heroes is... I don't know. Sometimes I prefer a villain just to be irredeemable. Rather than, oh, I regret my actions, and now they're, like, redeemed. Kind of undermines their viciousness, I suppose. In my mind. Anyway. I'll probably go into that more if I ever play StarCraft, what's it called? Warcraft 3. And if I do StarCraft 2. Which, I don't know whether I will. I might do base StarCraft. Though I've never been very good at it. I've always had to cheat to play through the campaign. Maybe I've never tried hard enough. But the AI is very persistent at, like, rushing you in that. I don't do too well under those circumstances. Kerrigan was an awesome villain. She is pretty good. I was talking more about the Overmind. But, yeah. I do think maybe they should have killed Kerrigan. But... or, I don't know. Something like that. I can't remember, really. Or not, but, whatever. Anyway. Was. Note that I said was. Are you not going to attack me? Oh, there you go. You just needed me to get a little bit closer. Okay. Now, where was I going? I went down there and I didn't pick up any mask. Or did I? Do I have a mask in my inventory? No. I have some health potions. That's good. Was there a mask down there? Did I just miss the mask? An enjoyable movie, by the way. No? What was the point of all that? I mean, I fought through all this and just... Oh! Oh, okay, yeah, I know what happened. Duh. I did that, and then it opened up the door over, here. Zerg's basically the orcs for Warcraft now. I don't mind that the orcs were made into like a noble warrior race. I do kind of regret that the Overmind was sort of... He was doing what he needed to survive to make the Zerg live. Over the, sort of, I don't know, just assimilate everything. I mean, it does make them more complex, but... Sometimes you don't really need complexity. I don't know. Subtle bitterness. Slight bitterness over the, kind of the same thing happening to the Necrons in Warhammer 40,000. I don't mind that too much now. I've gotten used to it. I still like the Necrons being, like, soulless killers of all life. But... They kind of made the compromise where you can still do that. Some of them may be like that, and that's perfectly fine. The Catan, on the other hand, is that's vicious. A sort of, what's it called? Rather lost their potency. But it did make it a little bit, it was a bit weird to have like, oh, this is an actual literal star god, which was apparently able to kill off the old ones, and you've got it on the battlefield, and it can be taken down by a las cannon shot, so... don't worry if you don't really understand, if you don't get what I'm saying. Warhammer 40,000 stuff. The orcs were also controlled by some other guys. Yeah, the orcs were controlled by the demons, or... I forget what they're called. Eridar? They were controlled by Sargeras, weren't they? And the Burning Legion. And Manaroth was the one who sort of corrupted the orcs into working with the Burning Crusade. That was all fine, I thought. That worked quite well, and I liked the storyline for them in Warcraft 3 quite a lot. Anyway, I'm going around hunting for these masks. Do I have another one? No, I don't. But I did just put one into the pillar. So another one of these will have dropped. Yep, there we go. And there's going to be a whole lot of gribbly stalkers down there. Ow. Thank you. Ow, thank you. Anyone else? Apparently it worked so well they just reused the same plot for the same story for the Zerg. Yeah, because it was in the, like, the Overmind was trying to break free of the control of the Xel'Naga, wasn't it? Whereas previously it was implied that the Overmind actually killed off the Xel'Naga. and their creation broke away from their control, which made it a lot more scary. Like, oh god, oh stars, what have we done? I suppose in a way it's kind of similar to the Borg, and then the Borg getting the Borg Queen. Having like a figurehead leading the faction, or... Well, no, that's not really the same thing. I actually haven't got up to that episode. Oh! Oh, stream died again. Damn it. Did that a bit earlier as well. Sorry about that, I didn't notice. Did it actually... I didn't actually have a, message that it died. I don't think I actually had a disconnect. Let me check. Hold on. Pardon the technical issues. Like 20 or 30 seconds. Oh, I don't think I've had any it doesn't say that I've had any unstable events. Oh, hang on. That was a network error. No, it seems to be fine. Hello? No, it seems to be fine. Hello? Yeah, quiet you. Okay. Well, I don't know. Please pardon any problems. Ow! I need like one of those, what are they called? We are currently experiencing technical difficulties. Things. Possibly. I mean, Twitch wasn't. I was looking on Twitch and it wasn't saying that I had any disconnect issues, and that my bitrate was fine. As far as I understand, that's how it controls all of it. What am I doing here? Oh, freaking wall level maze. I haven't gone all the way around there. Okay. With the Overmind breaking free and all that completely contradicts what that's in the manual, what the Overmind tells you in the mission briefings in StarCraft. Yeah. Anyway. Oh. Nice that they put all these health potions here. They obviously knew that the stalkers would be problematic. Kind of wish there was some way to tell when the stalkers were getting close to you. Maybe little waves on the surface of the water as they move around. You can see their tails pop up out of the water every now and then, but not really that. It's not really that much of a detail. It's just lore, who cares? Sarcasm. I don't usually mind about lore inconsistencies too much. I suppose I can accept like what's it called? Retcons and all that. Because it's just like, yeah, whatever. And if I don't particularly like it, well, I can still just remember how it was previously. I suppose it more annoys me, I don't know, how it changes the tone of things more than anything else. Where it's like you might like something because of the tone, and then they change that, and it's like, well, kind of changes the reason why I liked it. Ow. I wonder if they can move up the ramps, or move up along different levels like that. I think so. I got the music working! I did! I installed a patch last time, and it actually did work, but I only found out by the end of the stream. Or by the end of me streaming Hexen, because it doesn't retroactively activate the music in levels you've already visited. So, you have to start a new game if you want music to play in levels you've already been in. So if we go back to the hub, there'll be no music. Yeah, it is a bit weird. I would have thought the game checks the music file every time you go into the level, but perhaps the way Hexen does things, it never really offloads the level or something? I don't know. But then I stopped the game. I quit the game and reloaded it, and the music didn't work. Maybe it is working now. I haven't actually gone out to the hub to check. Also, welcome. We're being assailed by stalkers. Or creatures of the Black Lagoon. Swamp monsters. Ah! Damn it. They do an awful lot of damage. And you can't tell how many there are. If you knew how many there are, you would not dare step foot in here. Only because you get your boots full of swamp water. Now we got our swamp boots on. We're not going to get poisoned, are we? This section must be terrible as a warrior. I'm glad I could stun lock them with this sapphire rod. If I didn't have this, yeah, I can't imagine having to hack through them all as a warrior. Presumably, maybe it wouldn't be that bad because you'd have higher armor, but still, having to fight them in melee, and I believe the warrior has a slower attack speed, so, you would be trading blows with them more often, I think. But you would be able to take more hits, but they'd probably just weigh you down. Anyway. Well, there's also these pits around the place, which you have to be careful of. It's like this isn't annoying enough, and then they've just got bottomless pits scattered around the place. There's a place over there I haven't been. Let's go over there. There might be some health. I want to check everywhere. Oh. They would wait for it to bog me down. Yes, I'm utterly swamped in enemies. That way. Pardon anyone who is allergic to bad puns. It's my own fault for encouraging people. I kind of enjoy them. Damn it! Ow! Ah! The Sapphire Rod is about as good as I can do against these enemies too, because Ice Shards fires too slowly, and the lightning doesn't work against them because they're not actually physical objects until they pop out in front of me. Inspires me to make a game with only bogs and sewers. It comes with a scratch and sniff feeling, which smells like farts. You know, I'm hesitant to say it, but I think you might have actually been beaten to the punch there. Some games in the 90s did come with scratch and sniff things. I can't remember which ones. Was it like Leisure Suit Larry or something like that? Or Space Quest? I'm pretty sure it was a Sierra game. I'm trying to remember. I didn't own any of them. Didn't Earthbound come with something like that? That's why they what's it called, gameplay booklet said this game really stinks because they bundled it with like scratch and sniff stuff. Now I'm just thinking of those textures you had in the 90s where they had like, smells like strawberries, this smells like blueberries, this smells like chemical. Everyone just wanted a chocolate one. Hey, it's a Mystic Urn. Hey, full health whenever I want it. One of the Larry games? The one he's on a cruise ship? Possibly. It was one of the later ones, I believe. Okay. Have I been everywhere here? Over there. Okay, let's save again. How? Oh. Okay. Oh. There's just a bottomless pit around that corner. Jeez. Thanks, game. Okay, let's get out of here. I think I've seen everything I need to see in there. I picked up another mask. Oh, wait. Do I need to... Oh no, there's a portal over there. Okay. Now what? Oh, right. I've got the mask and I can put it into this doohickey here. Actually, we've got all three in there. Okay, what did I pick up? Oh! I pulled a lever and there's one of these sapphire planets here now. Okay. Is that the one actually required for the extra level? It might be. PC games often had those feelies. On consoles we rarely got them. I did buy a Turok 2 t-shirt, which before the release, and I did get a 10% discount on the game. Yeah, I got a t-shirt with the, what's it called, Collector's Edition of Oblivion. I've never worn it, but I've still got it. I don't know. Usually if I get Collector's Editions, it's more for the art books than anything else, but... New Vegas had a good Collector's Edition. It had a comic book with it. Some platinum, the platinum chip, which is just a metal disc, some chips, a pack of cards. That was pretty good. Yeah, my favorite puzzle. It's not bad now that I know how it works. I can't use this here. It's so unhelpful. And you don't know when you're looking at the things either. There we go. Okay. That's not the one which I need? Okay, well. Because I think... if I find the one which is for the extra level... Actually, I think you find it out here. You get instantly teleported. Might be able to do that now? I think it's between... Sump and... I want to say Wasteland, but it might be called something else. Come on. Go. I have a key. I have a cave key, a silver key, and a swamp key. That's a horn key. Oh, great. Look at all those brown serpents. Don't shoot me. You hurt a lot. Oh, I've actually got rather low health. There we go. Okay. Get that. I love New Vegas, but it's really annoying when you start it up, it loads the DLC and the game throws armor weapons at you. I don't think I actually have any of the DLC for it. I was sort of always meant to maybe get some of it, but I could be wrong on that. I might have the collector's edition now. I don't know whether they ever gave that to me. Maybe. It's been ages since I played it. Oh, maybe not ages, but... Oh. Oh look, they're making the trees explode in fire. Ow. Yeah, that was a waste of the urn. I shouldn't need that now. Okay, let's just hide back here. Ah. What is this? Using resources! I'm just gonna hold them on until the end of the game and never use them, even for bosses. I might need them for something else. That makes me wonder. I wonder whether this has got a unique boss or something, or not. I mean, we do have Deathkings to look forward to. I wonder what those are. Ow, ow, ow. He's just the first container I can and drop all the free stuff in it. It is kind of annoying. The game's like, yeah, take all these items. It's like, no, it makes things too easy. I want to earn it, damn it. I think the biggest one for that is, isn't it called like the Gun Runner's Arsenal? It's just like, here's a huge amount of weapons. Or, like, it gives you like a pistol or rifle and some ammunition and extra caps or something like that. They do that for pre-order bonuses. It's just like, here's a bunch of ammunition, weapons, and in-game money, and it's like, okay, so to make the game easier. Yeah, fine. I mean, you know, if you get enjoyment from that, that is fine. Like Quake 2 kept all the quad damage and vulnerability power-ups. I had 5 minutes of quad damage and vulnerability in the last boss, and the boss died in like 10 seconds. You can actually store the quad damage and all that in Quake 2? I haven't played it yet. Interesting. I mean, I think I've played a little bit of it, but maybe not to that point. Okay, we got the Horde thing. The Horn Key. In Medieval, I have the Alt Soul mode on, and I never end up using it until the bosses. Yeah, I didn't use Soul mode too much either. I felt like kind of felt like the game didn't really need it. I mean, it made bosses trivially easy for the most part, until some of the later ones, which required tactics. Here we go. Badlands, that's it. Not Wastelands. Okay. I do like the death animation for the serpents. They just sort of explode into bits. Hey! Wizards! And they're extremely unpredictable shots. I like the wizard shots. They have this spiral attack, which is always able to get around corners and like through gaps which you don't expect. My game will have a jello key. Good luck using that. Oh, my key is made of jelly. How can I fit it in the lock? I have a slime key in it, just like one of the slimes from Dragon Quest IX. That'd be kind of adorable. Gunrunners is fine, it just adds weapons to the game, does not give you anything off the bat, but all the story ones give you stuff like one gives you full leather armor, another a grenade launcher and so on. Ah, right. Okay. As I said, I don't actually have any of the DLC, so Gunrunners was the one which came to mind. I know there's Honest Hearts, Sierra Madre? Old World Blues. Oh. Some of those are actually quite good. I kind of like the idea of the Sierra Madre quite a lot. Blood Money? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's called Blood Money, not Sierra Madre. Dead Money? Yeah, something like that. Not Sierra Madre. It took place in, I think, the Sierra Madre casino or something like that. This is something I miss nowadays, corpses that actually stay dead and do not despawn in seconds. There is something to be said for having, like, the room full of bodies after you've been through it. Ow! That sounds awfully morbid, but... I mean, in the video game sense. A sense of satisfaction after completing an area is kind of important, because it's like, wow, I just went through that. And I kicked ass. Great. Slaughters. Oh, great. A fireball trap behind me. Thanks, game. Okay, so I have to go that way. Oh, lovely. I like that the medieval kept its corpses for the most part. It gives a little realism touch. I did a playthrough in New Vegas where I used random org for all character creation and level up stats. Is that what you meant to say? I'm sorry. I don't know why that blotted that out. Oh, it's spawning spawning centaurs. Oh, slaughters! It's spawning slaughters into the level. That's even worse. I mean, centaurs I can handle. Spawning slaughters into the level. Ugh. It made it into a link. Oh. Right. Okay. Yes, I still haven't, Random org. Basically just making sure all my levels up to random... Oh, you mean like stat allocation and, perks and all that. Sure. That'd be interesting. Be like, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Oh. Then you end up with like... Oh... What's a kind of useless perk? I don't know. Like, isn't there one for like an extra point of intelligence or something like that? That's not useless. I don't know. It's been a while since I played it, so I can't really remember. Ended up with 4 strength and a perk where the more I carry, the more I carry, the more I can carry. Well, some weird. Oh, do you mean it's like random? Is that actually a perk in the game, or do you mean like it randomly like sets what the perks do? That would be interesting. Just random perks. Every level, you just get randomly jumbled together perks. You get more carry weight every time an enemy explodes. How does that work? I don't know. Every time you barter with someone, they explode. Random option to choose what perk I got. Okay, fine. I don't know why it always has to be exploding. It's the most dramatic, I suppose. Damn it. Like a pack rack. Okay. Save. I got some potions. There we go. Speaking of randomization, one of my friends made a Quake randomizer. Randomizes the enemies, and sometimes instead of a grunt you get a zombie which throws vorballs. Oh, lovely. I think I've seen things like that for, like Nintendo games. Or was it, like, for that? Trying to think. There's been quite a few randomizers for Nintendo games around over time. I don't know whether they tend to randomize enemies, though. Like, enemy stats and so on. I think so, but I'm trying to remember. I think there was a Binding of Isaac randomizer which did something like that. Or maybe that was just an incredibly over-the-top playthrough I'm remembering. Where someone had items which every time he changed level, all of his items got like replaced. He just picks up all the items and ends up with a completely new character every time he swaps levels. I never actually played Binding of Isaac. The aesthetic of it always put me off, but I have watched playthroughs of it, and I do like what I see. Kind of. I like the gameplay. The actual style of the game, however, I don't know. Oh, leave me alone! Ow! I only played a little, it's very tempting. But the roguelike game I like is A Robot Named Fight, which is a Metroid-style roguelike. I've heard of that. I don't think I've actually seen gameplay footage of it. Do I play any roguelike games? Oh, really? I played NetHack a bit, but I haven't finished it. I think my most successful run was when I had a knight and I used a polymorph potion on my horse and it ended up turning into the Jabberwocky. So I was a knight running around the dungeon with it riding on his noble steed, the Jabberwock, which was quite awesome. Other than that, Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead I have played a bit of. Though not recently. And then there's Dwarf Fortress and Adventure Mode, but does Adventure Mode count as a roguelike? Kind of, I suppose. There is stuff to do. I do have a... Oh, what was that roguelike which came out a number of years ago? It's got the protagonists with the gigantic eyebrows. That was pretty fun. I never finished that either. And I have Rogue Legacy. Again, though I never actually finished playing that. What would be in a Daggerfall randomizer? More randomized dungeons? I know there's a mod which can actually make the dungeons smaller or larger. I don't know how it does that, but... So you can make the dungeons larger if you wish, apparently. I haven't tried it or seen it in action myself, but I've just heard that it's a thing which exists. Interesting to know how it does that. I suppose maybe it just adds more modules around it, so... I would like to see people do mods for Daggerfall, adding more dungeons and more dungeon modules. So you could have some, like, I don't know, some aesthetically pleasing dungeons in the game. Instead of, like, mazes done by mad wizards or whatever. Right, now we're looking around for... What am I doing down here? I think I have to teleport back up because I fell off. So... Ow. Where are we? Catacomb. Okay. Oh, apparently I've been here previously. There's no music. Yeah, I have been here. So you can see there's no music in this area since I've already been here. And the music doesn't load for some reason. It is sad. Okay, that just leads back to... Yeah. Okay. That's just a portal into another area. Hmm. You'd add Doom, Heretic, and Hexen enemies to Daggerfall, is that? Oh, okay. That's an elevator. It did look different. Ow. Playing Daggerfall, you round the corner and you see a cyber demon. What do? Go right up next to him and hope he nukes himself with his rockets. Basically just a giant ancient lich. Pull out your own rocket launcher. I'm on a mission for the Emperor. Pulls out chain gun. Oh, is that an arrow? No. Kind of. Don't know about catacombs, it becomes very catacombsome. known how to mod it, I'd make the first episode of Wolfenstein 3D for Daggerfall. That could work. Wolfenstein 3D's very simple level layout. I mean, I don't know how complex the dungeon-like design could be in Daggerfall. They're essentially just rooms. But they got pillars and such in them. I don't know if there's like a poly count limit or whatever on how big a module can be or whatever. Imagine Archviles in Daggerfall. And they resurrect other monsters again? They probably just boot you out into the void. Ow. Oh yes, and a bit back we actually got another part of our ultimate weapon. The what's it called? What's it called? Blood Scourge? I think it's called a Blood Scourge. Our magic staff of what's it do? It fires like homing red balls which strike enemies and then search out more enemies when it kills them. It's kind of useful, but previously I never really used it that much because it requires an open space, otherwise all the shots hit the wall and it doesn't really do much. Okay, there we go. Two hit points. It's lovely. Is that a way up or is it a way down? I think it's a way down. Yeah, it's a way down. Oh. Oh, I didn't get that. Okay, I died after I got that last time. Good thing I went back. Chthon is roguelike FPS with Wolfenstein-style randomized layouts. It's a very simple game, but great dark atmosphere. Looks like a garden tool for the icon. It does! It looks like a, oh, what are they called? Like a... is it a hoe? I suppose it's a hoe. I think I've heard of Chthon. I remember this other roguelike game which came out a number of years ago. It was Cthulhu inspired. Oh, what was it called? It was 3D, but it had simplistic graphics. And it had like levels like, oh, this is a nice one, and there's a bunch of like, I want to say like giant penguins? And then there was like levels with deep ones in it, and then there was like, I think there was like a Shoggoth in the levels which hunted you down and you had to run from if you took too long. Trying to remember it. It was a few years ago. I think it came out in like 2014 or something like that. Oh, it's on now. Just a moment, I'll have a look. It is called... The menu Minotaur is on the in-game Minotaur. Yeah, it matches up quite nicely. They're both lit up too. It's very appropriate. I feel let's see. Ah, it was called Eldritch. That's it. So, yes, I think it's still on Steam. Yep. It seems to be called Eldritch Reanimated now. Oh, it came out in 2013. It was a bit longer ago than I thought. It's very simple. It's like a block-based sort of Cthulhu-styled thing. The levels, you can destroy blocks in it to travel through them. But yeah. It's a little cutesy. But I remember it was quite entertaining to watch. Okay, what did we get? Oh, careful. Oh, there's a Dark Servant over there. I've already got one. He says he's already got one. But... And there's a shield over there. I'd like that. Get you. I think I actually might have done all I can at this level at the moment. Might have to actually go to the, excuse me. Other level. Hence the portal, I suppose. I mean, the portal would be there for a reason, you would assume. That did light up, though. Nope. Don't fall down, because there's fall damage in Hexen. For some reason. Because it's realistic. Ow! Mauled by a stalker. I am trying so hard to suppress myself from doing the most obvious joke, but... I just stop, turn away, and then he gets me. It's like they're waiting for you. Okay, fine. Let's just go to the portal. Stop trying to fight the stalkers. Okay, let's go through here. Some more health here too, so... Yay, recharge! Again, blue mana. I just never need it because I never use the I just never use the what's it called? The frost thing. Oh great, we're gonna have to deal with Wendigos again. Where am I going in here anyway? Oh, hello. Yeah, I heard a Wendigo. There. It's like I mention it and they appear. And I died. Oh, there's one behind me too. Ow, ow. There's some health on the lava there. Oh joy. I melted. No. You'd think they'd melt from the lava, but... No. Where do I need to go? Let's go over here. This is where an enemy was, which I hadn't attacked, so that's as good of a marker as any. We'll go for time. Fine. More Wendigos? I believe so. Oh boy, lucky me. If I can't see the Wendigos, I'm not going to be tormented by how many there are. There we go. They're kind of satisfying to kill because they just shatter. There we go. Some green mana. Oh. 4 green mana. 4 green mana. Yay. Damn it. I misstepped. Well, I don't really want green mana. I would prefer ammunition. Do I just need to, like, go back and around or something? That why the game did that? I just have to, like, pass through here on my way back to the, Oh, okay. I don't have a gem, so... I didn't pick up a key, for what I remember. Well, I have the horn key. Pardon me. Was something... Let me have a look. Because I'd like to try and get to that secret level. How do you get to it? There was something about, like, a statue or something you have to stand on, and then you jump up into an alcove to, like, get to the other area. Do I happen to go to someplace else if I enter the portal from the backside? I don't believe so. I believe both sides just lead to the same place. I can try, but I'm pretty sure they just lead to the same area. Forget you. Ow. Okay. There's a portal over there. I think that's the that's the portal to the secret world. So if I how'd you do that? Thanks, Afrit. Yeah, I think that's the no. That's not it. Let's see. I kind of know what you need to do, but I don't really want to look it up so that I can try and figure it out for myself. It has something to do with this area, I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, hang on. No, never mind. I can't do that yet, because I haven't found the extra planetoid, I don't think. I need to find an extra one of those, which is optional. And I don't know which one that is. Right, okay, let's just go in through the horn door again. Oh, is this it actually? Yeah, I think that's it. Up. Yep. There's the ruby planet. Okay. That's what we need. You can see you can get there either side. I just gave up and then I figure it out without even trying. You just jump up those. Okay. We go back up here. Now this gem I have is not actually required. Oh. Okay, I opened that up. I think I might have to go through a level to get back up there. That ain't open. Is there a way to get back up there? Damn it. Yeah, great. I see you. Centaurs and Slaughtors and... no Maulators. It's actually kind of interesting. Maulators, they're called that because they're Minotaurs. Oh, that's new. Oh! Haha! Let's reload that. I didn't get to see that properly. Okay, go here. There's this suspicious wall here. Well, not really suspicious, but... BAM! Knocks it open. Okay, well, I want to go to the secret level before I go any further. So, we'll go through here. Drop down there. That dying. Drop down there, avoid the stalkers. Go here. Through there. Oh, that is rude, game. Freaking... oh, it paused, it saved right as I came through the portal. Is there a backside to that? There's a... yeah, there is. But it just leads to the same place. So, it don't really matter which way you go through. We need to go over here. Up here. And... damn it. Okay. Here we go. Now, Ruby Planet. Save. Use there. Oh, up there. There we go. Now that's odd. And I teleport. Okay. That's odd. I have the Half-Life scientist stuck in my head now. Did you submit your status report to the administrator today? Anyway, okay, we're back here at the ruined village, which is essentially the winnowing halls, the prologue area, which we started the expansion off of last time. And this is the only time you actually teleport back here. And if you remember, while I was here, there was this portal over here, but you couldn't access it. Now this is open. And we can actually access that. And that portal leads to the secret level. Secrets abound. It's actually kind of a well-hidden secret, requiring an item to get to it. And it was close by too, so I think that was actually kind of fair. Though it'd still be nice if the game actually listed secrets instead of just saying 0 out of 0. I don't know why they do that for Hexen. I mean, I've seen several things so far which I would count as secrets, but it just doesn't list them. And here we are, in Pyre. There we go. Yep. It's gonna be like a gauntlet thingy. Blah. No. Oh. Okay, well I pressed that one. Do I have to press these in a certain order? Possibly. Hey, wizards. There we go. Okay, we've done that one. We've done that one. It's just spawned a whole bunch of slaughters in. Lovely. You know, I would prefer not to deal with you lot. Well, I do have multiple of these. The pigs are vicious! I thought they were supposed to run away when they were porkified, but apparently they just charge at you and start nibbling on your tootsies. Even when they're a pig. They're just that vicious. Braces are worn on the arms, so while I did not get a gauntlet, you did get braces. Close enough. Haha. Yes. The, what are they called? Dragon skin braces or something like that? They're an armor item, which when you use, they increase your armor. Obviously. But in conjunction with the other weapon, with the other armor items, they allow you to push your armor class above what you are able to normally get. I can't remember what the highest armor class you can get is. Might be something like 20 or 23 or something like that. Anyway, okay, we've pulled all those. And I think we can go over here. Up here now. Oh boy. Hey, look at that. They're all facing away from me. Oop. Ooh. I believe it was 30 or 20, each 1 point has 5% absorbed. Right. Thank you. Okay, well, let's try this. Boink! Oh, we angered the wizards. That actually hurts them. Pushing them around like that. Whoop! I mean, hell, I may as well use them. Ugh. Just like knocking them all over the place. I don't know how that much that's helping me. And sure, it would have been quite funny to watch if I was able to spare the time looking at them. I'm just bouncing all over the place. Oh yeah, you can destroy the armor. I'm surprised they didn't get destroyed. Oh, there was a wizard inside that armor. Wizards can't wear plate armor. What is this? What are they all doing, just sitting inside the armor? Blah. There's just ammunition inside there. It's like the oh. No! Damn it. Nobody saw that ducking. I wasn't going to go through all that again. I could have been squished by that door. Yeah, the thought did occur to me as I was going through it. I'm actually surprised I managed to get through that. Right. Oh. Dark Servant. Lovely. Was there a Doom Engine game which used ducking? Did Dark Forces have ducking? I don't actually know. I did recently purchase Dark Forces. I'd plan to play through it at some point, but I don't actually know whether it has ducking. Is Dark Forces the Doom engine? I think it is. I don't think it's the build engine. Or it might be a heavily modified... It wouldn't be a Wolfenstein 3D engine. I haven't actually played it myself, so I'm trying to remember like screenshots of the game and play. Oh, Dark Forces uses the Jedi game engine developed specifically for the game. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, it's its own engine. I always thought it was a derivative of something else. That's interesting. Oh, hello, wizards. Since GZ Doom has ducking and sloped surfaces now, we can put Duke Nukem 3D to the we can port Duke Nukem 3D to the Doom engine to the dismay of the eDuke 32 community. All shall be enveloped in the shroud of doom. Doom Nukem 3D. Damn, now I'm one doomed space marine. Wait, Duke's not a space marine. What is he? Kinda just like a... It's just kinda like a gun guy. Well, he's an 80s action hero type thing. Or 90s action hero type guy, so... Heretic, Hexen, Strife, Chex Quest. I haven't played Chex Quest. One of my friends is putting Quake 3 models and all into GZ Doom. It's called Hunter's Moon. By Zanier. Oh. Well, interesting. Good luck to them. Quake 3. That's like all 3D models and all that. You'd think you could port it to the Quake engine, but GZ Doom is becoming the eater of worlds. It is a little difficult to get Duke Nukem 3D playing. I mean, I've got it working. It's not getting it it's not running it, which is the problem. The problem I have constantly is that Duke Nukem 3D isn't made for, well, 360-degree mouse movement. It was always a 2D plane. You don't tilt the camera. However, in the game, when you tilt the camera, the perspective is all skewed, and it always put me off. I might have fixed that now, but I don't know. Look at these pulverizers. Yeah, we need a room full of giant mashy things. What do? They mash things. What things? Just anything. They're big and they're mashy. I pull lever and just wizards spawn. Am I doing this wrong? Rang. One-16th of the wizards have been spawned. He's basically done with Hunter's Doom. Yeah. Out of me. No, I pulled that. Do I just have to keep pulling them? I mean, the wizards are kind of spawning in different locations. Or am I missing something obvious? Well, there's 3 levers. There's one next to both of the doors, and there's one up the back here behind this pillar. What do they do? That's reset. The one back there's reset. That one's reset. Okay. Does the kill count increase? 66 out of 100. Right. Maybe. I don't know. I assume maybe there's a specific order. Out me. I have to pull them in. Let's see. If I pull this one, wizards spawn. Okay. Let me just reload, because I think I have to pull all of them before I can actually start pulling them again, so. Okay, no wizards spawned when I pulled that one. Go over here and pull this one. Wizard spawned when I pull that one. Wizard spawned when I pull that one. Do I just have to rush? Well, that opened the door. Oh. Wait, what? That door opened. Does this eventually deactivate? Let's watch it for a bit. But the other one I pulled, the eyes were red on it. So. Maybe if I pull them enough, the wizards will telefrag each other. Only where their wizards teleport in. All the rest of the space will be just full of wizards, however. But wizards didn't spawn that time. That opens that. Okay, fine. The door opened, but I think it closes again. Yeah. I don't get that. You just have to pull all three of them and then rush to one of the gates? I don't know. Hey, look, there's an icon of the defender there. That's invincibility, kind of. For the mage, it's kind of invincibility. I repel all projectiles for a period of time. And we got some chain armor. But, yeah. For the mage, the icon of the defender just deflects all projectiles for a period of time. Note I say projectiles. It does not actually protect me from melee attacks, as far as I understand. And I'm not invincible, I'm just deflecting everything. It is still useful if you're under attack by a lot of enemies. Oh! No? Hang on. I might remember something about this. These, I think this is related to another secret area. I think these open up and you put things in them, possibly cogs. And this is again optional to get to a secret level elsewhere. Maybe. I could be wrong on that because there is more of them than I thought there would be. Symbols are not aligned. Okay, maybe it's not. Maybe that is actually in another level. Because I was reading about the secret levels just to make sure there wasn't anything like, you have to do this secret level before you're able to do the later ones. So, I'm muddling up information in my head. I still don't get that room with the 3 levers. That one. Whatever that was about. Go on. Okay. Right. Wait, that opened? Oh no, the portal's deactivated. Well, okay. The symbols are not aligned. Can I use them? No. If I press this again. Okay, it just spawns more wizards. Apparently they're upset, so... Oh! It rotated them. They're stars now. Okay, do I just keep doing that? Let me pull this again. Oh! Now they're moons. This is where it would be useful if the fletchets were like proximity mines and you could just drop one in each of the 4 rooms, so when the wizards spawn in they blow the fletchets up and they just die. Because you can predict where they're going to appear. You can deal with them smartly that way. With the fletchets having no, like, timer on them. But they don't do that. Okay, well, they're all moons. Ow. Do they have to be the same as this one? Blank? No. Oh, that's spinning now. Okay, so it says start. I have to do that. And that opens the doors. So then I have to just go through the doors. Is that how I just open the door? I suppose. Oh, there's this here. This level is interesting, kind of confusing. I don't know what it's expecting of me. Oh, this is new? Hmm. 139 now. Alright, okay. I'm being a bit quiet because I'm having to think about what's happening. I'm having to think more about this than I usually have to. Slaughters, fantastic, yes. Oh boy. We love the slaughters. Okay. Do I need to pull that again? Apparently not. Oh, the door opens. I swear I used that before and it didn't do anything. It's like so many things waiting for you in the room because they just keep spawning when you're not in there. I'm gonna have a look up this level because I don't want to be. I want to be sure that I'm not missing anything. Hexen Pyre. Okay. Switches down each alcove. Once all four are pressed, a small lift on the raised platform will be activated. On top of the platform is a teleporter that takes you to the rest of the level. Yep, that's where we started off. The rest of Pyre consists of 4 linked areas. Which one you start in depends on which side you entered the teleporter from. The north room is a rectangular room with 4 alcoves. You must look at the symbol on the wall in any of the alcoves and match the symbol on the wall of the main room to them. Then press the switch to open the doors to the west and east rooms. Beware that the doors close again after a few seconds. Yeah, okay. East room. The objective here is to press 3 switches, 2 of which are by the doors leading to the north and south rooms. To reach the 3rd switch, you have to press the face switch on the wall behind the teleporter exit. This will lower a wall at the other end of the room, which contains a mystic urn and a 3rd switch that will briefly open the aforementioned doors for a few seconds. Oh, is that what that one does? South room. A battle against a large group of dark bishops. Simply press the switch at the back of the room to open the doors to the east and west rooms for a few seconds. I think that was the room where they're all lined up, facing away from me. That's the room I started in. You also note the exit portal in a room behind this one, but you can't access it until completing all 4 rooms. Oh. West room. You'll start on a ledge overlooking a large area of lava. That was the one we were in before. On each side of the ledge are stairs leading down to the lava. On the other side of the lava is a switch. This will open the doors to the north and south rooms for a few seconds. You must press it and run across the lava, up the stairs and through either door before it closes. Once you've completed all 4 rooms, a small lift up to the ledge on the exit portal will activate. On this ledge, you will find the 3rd segment of your 4th weapon, regardless of which class you are playing. These are the only 3 segments of the 4th weapon on the hub. Entering this portal will return you to the start of Ruined Village. Folks, it is possible for a Viz plane overflow to occur if the player looks down the hall at certain angles when standing near the swirling lava pool that contains an icon of the defender. Okay. What an odd bug. I don't know what that incurs. That's over there. Right, so... Looker. Pressing this opens up the doors? No. Moons. So it is just sort of 4 puzzles which you have to sort of solve. Okay, this is the room. I just wanted to see what that was. Does it? Maybe it only happens in the base game. I don't know. I don't know what it meant by looking down at a certain angle. Okay, so we have to go over here. And we have to go in here. I think. Yes, that's south. Okay. It's not really convoluted, it's just... I don't know. I was expecting perhaps something more definite to happen when I was pulling the switches. Looks like the door actually opened again when it bumped on my head. The spawning enemy gimmick is starting to get old. It is kind of annoying. There's the exit. I mean, it wasn't too bad in Hexen. I think it's more because it's spawning a larger variety of enemies now. Which... I might have said it would have been good if it did that in the previous one, but I think maybe if only if it restricted itself to like Ettins, Afrits, and Centaurs, not Slaughtors. Slaughtors are a bit too powerful, methinks, for that. Or maybe it's just the difficulty I'm playing on, because they shoot very fast. And speed issues is more of a, you know, a difficulty level issue than an actual issue with the enemy. And there we go, we got our Blood Scourge. I'm glad I did the secret level. We got our 4th weapon. And that was it. And we're back to the Ruined Village. Where we can go through here, and we're back in Blight. Ready to do the rest of this area. So... that was worth it, I think. I think that was the only place we could actually get the last part of our fourth weapon. So you kind of need to do that if you want to get the weapon. Oh, I see. There's a door behind this. That opens up, and there's a passage behind there. I think. The one there. Oh, hello. That's a secret. Why doesn't the game call it a secret? Okay, what have we got? Got the Horn Key, the Swamp Key, the Cave Key, and the Silver Key. The Silver Key, as far as I know, was for the first hub area, so it's useless to us now. I kind of want to go into the swamp, because I've got the Cave Key. And that might actually open up a new area. Or maybe not, because I just remember the swamp area is this. Where is that area over there? Let me have a look. Right, if I go that way, not that way. This way. Yes. Yes. Oh. I need the emerald key. Okay, that's what that is. I was looking at that and it was like, that's green! I have the swamp key, but no. Okay. Interesting. Just two portals next to each other. At least it's convenient. Sorry, there's not another door on the other side, is there? Just into there. Okay. I think I might have done basically everything I need to in this area. Oh, hello. You're just a centaur. Okay. A little extra room there for people who jump through, I suppose. I have to go all the way back. This is the second hub? No, this is still the first hub. The secret level doesn't actually end the hub. It's not like in Doom and Heretic where the secret level is like... if that's what you mean? We haven't gone on to the next area. We're still on the first area. Hexen is confusing like that. Oh great. Wendigos! Ow. Ow. Come on. There we go. Whoa. Okay. Well. Good. Yeah, great. Spawn some more in. Don't matter, I've got plenty of lightning for everyone. I wonder if ice is a good conductor of electricity. I'd assume so. It would probably just melt. Anyway. Okay, this was a previous puzzle we finished. There was a gem floating in the middle there and we had to jump over the gap to get it. There's a green door down there, but we have what's on the other side. We have it visible on the other side, so I assume that was for the swamp key. And not for the emerald key. Let's have a look. Oh, you're down there. And you'll note there's no music here because I had been into this level before I applied the patch. I'd actually kind of like to go back to the Badlands area. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, let's go through the portal up there. Oh. We're getting sciencey. Ice is a poor conductor of electricity. In water, these ions are mobile, allowing for conduction. But because ice is a solid, the ions present are not mobile, making ice a very poor conductor. Pure water does not conduct electricity, and so ice frozen from pure water would not conduct electricity at all. Ah. We're learning. I'm always positive towards learning on my stream. I mean, hell, learning facts like that I find is more fun than having to like memorize them in school. Yep, portal. Okay. And we're up here. Good. And go through here. Okay, I don't have any gems, do I? Nope. Oh, there's boots of speed there now. Oh, they all opened. Okay. The torch there, boots of speed and all that. Oh, they're just little rooms with items in them. Fine, fine. Look at that, I picked up armor and my AC's 1 again. I do miss, like, the small armor shards. Like, the helmets you can pick up. Is that a thing in base Doom? Actually, that's not. That's in, Brutal Doom and Project Brutality. I don't think that's actually a thing in base Doom. You only pick up the security vests and the combat vests. Finding out things on your own makes you remember them more easily. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Anyway. What am I doing? Actually, let's go there, because the emerald, so far for each of these areas, the key for this area is, like, down there, so we may as well go down and get it. It's not like it's out of my reach. It's just I haven't gone and got it. So. I was trying to finish each of the areas before I did any more to sort of limit things getting too complicated, but it looks like I'm at a point now where I need this key to be able to advance any significant manner. I'll get the key out, I might go into the area, and then I think I'll swap over. We've done a fair bit. Even we're still on the first hub. This is actually rather lengthy. I think the wiki said that the Deathkings of the Dark Citadel, the levels are kind of like redos of the hubs of base Hexen, but they're like condensed. And that brown serpent is in an extremely irritating location. There we go. Ow! Oh, sorry, I knocked my... Let's just reload that. I was changing my position and I was getting shot at by an Afrit, and I knocked my microphone. Pardon for that. You have armor bonus and health bonuses in normal Doom, the small helmets and blue vials. Right, they do exist. I was unsure. Yeah, look at that. The Blood Scourge just killed that thing in one shot. But it is expensive to fire. It uses both ammunitions. And it's difficult too. They sort of... Wham! You can see they hit walls, but they do pass through enemies. And we get to see some of the jibbing. Some of the gib animations. Walls appeared behind me. Thanks, game. I didn't want to use the icon of the defender. Sorry, I'm reloading for that. BAM! Yeah, look at that. I used up all my ammunition. Yay. Poisoned by a serpent. Okay. Let's use a crater because I have a lot of them. Because I should show off this weapon a bit more. Emerald Key! Okay. Anything particular about this? Oh, fine. Okay. Oh, once again, I am without any health potions. Okay, fine. Well, we got the key. Is that worth it? 3 fletchets! That's some brown serpents. Okay, and... Right. Down here. Again, I like the moving light source. It's livens up the place a bit. Oh, there's a thing up there. Porculator. What's that? Oh, that's one of the doors! I was looking at that, I was like, is that like a button on the side there? But no, that's one of the doors which is open and it's like phased through the wall. They're one of those gold doors which are over there. Ow! Actually, I think I'm in the wrong area now. I passed over into the other side. I have to go back over here. We'll go in here. More stalkers. We are in Brackenwood. Ooh. Looks interesting. That's ominous. Monsters, 105, Brackenwood. Right, well. Yes. Excuse me? What's that? Is that a new enemy? Oh, it's those things. It's the, I'd forgotten those exist. They're, like, bone dragons. I think I saw them, like, once in the previous, in the base game. They're like, yeah, they're there. They like fly around in circles. Ow! I forgot that. And they fire fireballs, which have a, delayed sort of burn effect. It's the final 5. You think that 5 there is like unique enemies? Right. Well. You can see a gas cloud behind there because I shot a mushroom. Some of the mushrooms are destructible and they actually create gas clouds. That's a horrible noise. It doesn't even sound like it's coming from the game, to me at least. It kind of sounds like it's coming from somewhere else. You can see it flying around up there. Ow! Death Wyvern, that's what they're called. Okay. Kind of sounds like a death sound. Yeah, it does. Like slowed down and maybe pitched up a bit. It just sounds weird. It's just... Anyway. Death Wyverns. Not an enemy we actually have seen too much of. I think this is actually the most we've seen of them. Previously, I only remember them in one other level. Which was in a cavern. Where there was a bunch of enemies around the edges. And there was one Death Wyvern on a ledge. And it kept flying around shooting fireballs at me while I was skirting around the edges trying to dodge everything else. I think there was only one there. There might have been more than one. I can't remember. But certainly haven't been used that much. Anyway, I think we'll leave Hexen there for the night. We've done a fair bit of progress. Maybe it was a mini-boss? Possibly. I mean, I don't know. Heretic didn't really have mini-bosses. The closest thing was like Iron Liches or Molitor's. Molitor's were more of a mini-boss. But Molitor's were more of a Cyber Demon replacement. Iron Liches were... You could consider them a mini-boss, but at the same time, they kept using them all the time. So, if they're a mini-boss, you certainly saw an awful lot of them. Which I didn't mind. They made me panic every time I saw them, but they were entertaining to fight. And I wish this game had some enemies with varied attacks like that in it. Yes, we've made a bit of progress with this hub. We've gotten through more of the parts. This is actually quite a bit longer. We're going to be going into 3 parts for this one hub. So there might be 9 parts for all 3 hubs. But yeah, I mean, there's only 3 hubs. I think there was 5 in the base game. Yeah. I think. And 5 sounds familiar. Anyway, it's hard to judge. They feel so continuous. There's no real, like, start and end. Oh, there is. The end of the first hub is when you go over that chasm. The end of the second hub is... I think when you go into the temple. The end of the third hub is when you fight the, what's it called? Heretic. Fourth one is the bugged Heretic battle, I think. And the 5th one was just Korax. Maybe, anyway. It wasn't that long ago, I'm already forgetting. Anyway, we're going to leave Hexen there for tonight. So, I thank you very much for joining me. And I hope you'll join me again next time. I will stop the recording here.